Hi, welcome. This video is special for those of you who are starting to play in the djembe from scratch or with little experience and who are struggling to get the sounds in the right place. In this video we're going to revise several things that you have to take under consideration to get your hands and your playing in the right place. The first one has to be, or is related with the body placement. Yes, just so to play the djembe, what you need to do if you are sitting down is try to sit down in a relaxed position. Yes, what I mean, not too straight, but also not too much in this position. Yes, it's try to look for a natural position in which your arms are relaxed and you can play without any kind of struggle. Yes, what I mean is look for you to be relaxed when you play. The djembe is played a little inclined into the front, yes, because in that way you separate the instrument from the floor, and that's give you space from the sounding of the djembe. If you play like this, there are a lot of harmonics and sounds that disappear. So you have to incline it a little to the, or bend it a little to the front. And to do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cross your legs in front of the djembe, and you're gonna grab, yes, with your legs and with your knees. And in this way you wanna play. Don't place it too close to you. In here I have like you can say a hand of this distance between the djembe and myself. I don't have to have it too close to me. And in this way you're gonna be more than comfortable to play, yes, and to move your arms around it. Also, don't go too much. Don't bend it too much. Yes, a simple incline in which you find it comfortable to play from this side, and also from this side. What I mean is you don't have to do a lot of or use a lot of force to keep it in the place. You have to be in a natural position. It what relates we have placement. We're gonna do is we're gonna make like a triangle in front of our head. Yes, and like we have it, we're gonna put it down in the djembe. Yes, and when we are in the djembe, maybe we can open it or separate the hands a little and play in that position all the sounds that you're gonna use. Yes, so triangle, and like you have it, you put it in the djembe. So the active evaluation that you can do every time that you play is that you can see this triangle between your two hands. Let's move on now to the three sounds that we're gonna use to play in the djembe. The first one is the simplest one. You're gonna play it in the center of the instrument using the whole palm of your hand, and you're gonna play it like this. Yes, so this one is the lowest one that you're gonna play. You play with the whole hand in the center of the instrument, and it's called the tone. Yes. Pop, 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 pop. The second one, you're gonna play it in the border, and to find the right position to do that, you're gonna use your knuckles. So your knuckle has to be aligned with the border of the instrument, the border of the body of the instrument. So it's gonna be like this. You place your knuckles in this place, and in there you play using this area of your hands, this part of your fingers and this part of your thumb. You use the two parts all together, and you play it like in this position. Yes, what I mean is this part and this part of your hand are touching the skin to make the sound, and this part is out of your skin. So you play in this position. These are the opens, yes, and swings. Unless we have the slaps. Yes, so to play the slap, the first thing that we have to look for, because it's a common mistake on several beginner player, is that you gonna play the slaps in the same spot in which you're playing your opens. What I mean, when you play your opens, you're playing in this spot, and when you play your slap, your hand is gonna be in the same spot. What's gonna change is the position in which you're gonna put your hand to play and the surface of the hand that hit the drum. So to play the slap, you can use your knuckles at guide to align with the instrument. And what you got to do is this part of your palm, this low part of your palm, is gonna lean, not hit, lean on the iron ring of the instrument. And what you're gonna do with that is building the basement for the plank that you need to play the slap, because you're gonna play the slap with the tip of your finger, this last part of your fingers, and you're gonna make a pressure to make it sound. So to be able to do that, what you have to do is combine leaning in here, yes, making the plank and closing. And also, when you start and you are doing slow, try to keep the tip of the finger in the skin. Then when you move on and start developing yourself as a djembe player, you're gonna see that in djembe you can play a close slap that is gonna be playing and pressing the skin, and an open slap that is playing but no pressure in the skin. What I mean is, this is open, this is closed. The difference is in the open is that when I play, I release the skin, while when I play the press or close is additional thing that you need to look for when you play the slap is in here you have to leave some space, some room. Yes, you have to be able to put a finger in here and not hit it, because in that way you're gonna take this surface of your hand out of the skin and you're gonna really hit with the part that you have to hit, that is the top of your finger. Not this part, yes. So again, to play the slap correctly, you got to play it in the same spot as the opens. You have to lean your hand or the bottom of your palm on the iron ring of the drum and make a plank and press with the tip of your finger. Let's move on now to some things related with your hand motion. Yes, what I mean is in the way that in which you're gonna move your hand to play the drum. So the first one in which you have to focus on is on activating your wrist. Yes, what I mean is you have to function as player with the same logic. Is the wrist who builds the sound and not the arm. The arm is gonna move, yes, it's gonna move, but it's gonna move as much as your wrist asks for. In that way, the first thing that you're gonna gain is more control in your playing. When you play with your arm, the control that you can have on the energy, the force, and the height with which you play is little. Yes, you release your arm and hit, and you are not in control of the situation. But when you do that by using your wrist, you can control the sounding, you can control the volume at which you play, the energy that you put in your playing. What you have to do is to then activate your wrist. Yes, if you find it difficult because you used to use your arm as if sit one piece only without any sort of articulation, maybe use your right hand to hit the drum, and with your left grab the arm and force yourself to play only by using your wrist. Yes, you can do it with both. This kind of exercise are gonna stimulate a lot your playing with the wrist. You can do it with the slap also. Yes. The second thing that you have to pay attention is to take your hands away of the drum. Yes. Some common mistake that most beginner players do is to play too close to the drum or even hanging on the drum. I know when you start playing, sometimes you feel that if you go too far away of the drum, you're gonna lose the tempo, you're gonna lose the rhythm, you're gonna get lost in your playing. Relax. Anything of that is gonna happen with this. So the first thing that you got to do is release the skin and look for have a little space between your hands and the drum all the time. Yes, what I mean is never leave a hand leaning on the skin. First, because you're gonna kill the sound of the next hit that you're gonna play. but most of all because you need to keep hand motion that goes in this way. You're gonna think in rebounding on the skin, not landing, rebounding. What I mean is, I play, and then when I play, I'm going up to build the following hit that I have to play with the hand. So in that way, when one hand is going down to play, the other is going up to build the sound that come after. Yes. If I speed up, I'm gonna keep this motion all the time. So in this way, your playing is gonna be lighter. What I mean is, you won't be playing your drum thinking of landing on the skin. And then when you combine this new ability with the use of your wrist, you're also gonna earn a lot of time to build the sounds correctly, because one of the more difficult things to do when you start playing the djembe is combining the sound. And the difficulty of this situation comes mainly for the right building of the position, of the different positions of the hand of each sound. So if you're playing in this way and using your wrist, you're gonna have more time to do that correctly than when you play too close of the drum and with your arms. Let's see now for a minute some of the most common mistakes that beginner percussionists made when they start playing the djembe. The first one is playing without wrist. Yes, we talked about that before. The second one is playing with their hands too much into the drum. What I mean is, in that way, anything sounds correctly. Yes, you are too much into the drum. So again, for doing that correctly, you have to look for your knuckles. Yes, as a guide to see when you play opens, you have to be in this position. If your knuckles are too much into the drum, you are doing it wrong. And the same happens with the slaps. When you're playing your slap correctly, this part of your hand is leaning on the idle ring, yes, and your knuckles are aligned with the body of the instrument, and you are in the right position. But if you move into the drum, now you start losing the sound and they don't sound correctly. Something that they also do is the opposite, is go too much out of the drum. What I mean is, instead of playing your opens with the knuckles again aligned with the body of the instrument, you go up and you start playing with this part of your hand. Yes, not this one, but this one. And with that you start losing a lot of the sound that you get when you play with your hands in the right position. And also when you move into the slaps, you lose the possibility of leaning on the iron ring and you start going onto the drum. Yes, what I mean is, you always have to keep the line of the drum. What I mean is, your hand has to be from the line of the drum and up. Yes, for playing. So when you go in here, this part is clearly down of the drum. So again, to regain your sign, what you got to do is go into the drum and find the alignation or align the knuckles with the body. Another common situation that a lot of students do is playing and go on with the movement. Yes, what I mean is something like this or something to the side, to your body. I don't know. Yes, I saw a lot of cases in which they play and go to the front or to the back or to the side. Yes, you have to avoid doing any of that. Yes, because that's gonna first make more complicated your hand motion, and second, it's gonna go against the right sounding of your playing. So the concept here is economy of movement. You have to make only the movements that you need to play the sounds correctly. Any other movement that you make, it's gonna go against that. So try to avoid doing any other movement that is not related with playing the sounds. The concept also is that each hit that you play in the drum, finish in the drum. There is no second movement in any way. So this is the end of the video. I hope you find it useful and entertainment. If you like it, please subscribe. I see you in the next video.